Welcome everybody to NAB 2026 live from Las Vegas. We're here at the NAB Show. It is day 2 of the event and excited to come back to you live once again. And I'm joined here by Mike Cavanaugh from Keycode Media. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you very much, John. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Always have a blast with you. The best questions and the best content.
Thank you so much. Mike, it's great to be with you today and talk about a little bit about the show. But to start off, Keycode Media, in terms of a company, there's some exciting things you guys are talking about here at the show, and maybe just cover a few moments.
Absolutely. Number one, we're celebrating our 25th year. And I literally took that and said, let's structure us from the ground up and rebuild the company and question everything we have from process, procedure, systems. So we've already created CAD 2.0, fully automated based system. We've been leaning heavily in with our ERP quoting partners to leverage AI for efficiencies to be able to bring our solutions to clients at a more cost-effective level while hardware is raising up in prices. We're also in the final stages of building one of the largest 2110 SMPTE stations, Arizona Public Media, AZPM, and it's in Tucson. It's an unbelievable, flexible, IT-driven, and we've done it, just finished another large channel doing the same in Denver 7, which is super exciting, where broadcasters are now going full IP facilities, and there's immense flexibility and ability to now rethink their models and grow their business. And lastly, we've created an apprentice program where I'm very committed to education. We have a school, and we're certified in California as post-secondary. And what we found is we had an apprentice program now in partnership with the state of California where they're paying for 1,000 hours of training. We're paying for 1,000 hours of field experience and bringing in people that don't have access to this industry. young people, minorities, women, and general people looking for job transformation. We're partnering with the state. We just signed a contract with the state of New Jersey.
Oh, wow.
And we're extending it to Union City. And it's really a powerful level of allowing people to have a pathway as their jobs are being transformed in other fields. And, just it's giving back to the community and helping strengthen our business model and the entire ecosystem of broadcast and streaming and post.
That's amazing and exciting at the same time, because that's something you guys have been focusing on as a company in terms of what you've been doing over the years, is trying to help with the education component. We've talked about that before last year at NAB here. And obviously, as we kind of look at things here at the show, and there's a lot going on during the week at NAB. There's a lot of technologies that are discussed. We see a lot of things happening. But from your perspective, what's kind of been maybe the day two the past couple of days highlights and things that you're seeing here at the show?
The interesting aspect where a year ago AI was, hey, we don't need 6 fingers on somebody,
right,
to Avid just licensed Gemini from Google internally in the Media Composer, and they went from being the standard stodgy Media Composer to type in whatever you imagine, and it's now in the screen. And if anyone's done a prompt on an Android on text, they'll know what I mean. But that's amazing. Ross Video's leaning heavily into AI. LiveView has been taking a really intelligent approach towards eSIM technology and switching on that, which we'll talk a little later on. But everyone's leaning into AI. One thing that I have not seen is, you guys heard about Anthropic and MCP, where you can now front-end applications, and we haven't seen any of that except for one vendor, Storage DNA in N3271. They have a front-end Anthropic for analyzing all of your data, media, and basically typing everything in ChatGPT, having to do that, and then typing in basically structured things of archive here, alert me, do a report, send this here, delete once I've authorized that you email me in a week or text me in a week. That level is what we're going to, next year we will see 50% of these companies will have MCP or some form of an AI driving that. The other issue is prices are just going through the roof, and availability is, servers have doubled. Lead time on servers right now for us are 5 months. Workstations are now 60 days. And if you're looking to make an investment this year, my recommendation, and I'm not even trying to sell you something, you better buy it now, because it's not going to be available by November.
And that's been one of the challenges, even in the data storage market. They got Western Digital and some other companies where they're tapped out for the year.
Sony stopped selling chips on their consumer website completely March 27th. And the issue really that's happening is OpenAI just raised $122 billion 2 weeks ago. That just swamps the media industry. That's not that big. Anthropic can't even make every call in their data centers right now in a real-time feedback, and they have billions of dollars to buy more, and they're just basically crowding out every bit of spend that exists.
So that's, with that being the case, and people need to look at kind of where you're hitting on the market and make decisions today in terms of where they want to be able to support and be able to further productions, or even just future directions of whatever it might be. Is there anything that you think here at the show, if people are here to go check out, other than what you've mentioned already, is there anything else that you think people should?
I think people are really looking on how can they transform their business model and start taking, the linear traditional model of information and start to be able to start just flooding their websites with customized knowledge information that's for me, such as, I watch myself on video all the time. So your channel, I'll be able to say, I want a Mike Cavanaugh channel, and I get, 8 minutes of time for the last 2 years. But when you think about, like, I'm talking to large religious broadcasters and churches, and they have all these content, all these sermons, and I'm now saying, if you had the way to automate and be able to say, have someone say, I want to see messaging on how to fight through alcoholism, and be able to have vignettes that are on that topic, that are compelling, that are broken up into, 1 minute communication in an Instagram or TikTok video, and they can get that type of inspiration, corporate messaging. David Plouffe said in the New York Times 3 weeks ago, every single politician should have their full studio set, control their message, and get to market faster. The same thing for corporations. Why let other people own your channel, and delay you're getting timely information. We're building podcast studios like it's going out of style and creating automation. And a real slick aspect about that is like, Elgato has their Stream Deck,
right,
and we're doing a lot of coding where they did in our podcast Toadcast studio we have in Burbank. We just finished building. We have a TriCaster. We have a bunch of bird dog cameras. We have ICANN lighting, and I push one button on that, and I'm able to do my podcast that I'm going to do business-to-business selling for young people to consider entering the industry in 2026. And why? I have 6-episode script, and I can't wait to do it, and I don't have to bug Michael Kamas or any of my team. I just push one button, and I'm on and live, and I'm going live.
And I think that's the beauty of it, because you talk about in terms of content, digital content creation, and pulling all these various different manufacturers and tools that we're talking about. Obviously, LiveView is a part of that process, as well as you mentioned earlier, of being able to help drive the content, just like we're doing here at the show, in driving content from anywhere, from a live anywhere type approach to it. Then be able to take that and even backhaul it to your point in your master control room at your for remote REMI production, those type of activities. So it's pretty exciting. With LiveView as an example of your partners, you guys are actually working pretty closely on a lot of different fronts on that.
And what's exciting about LiveView is it's expanded beyond just entertainment and broadcast.
Right.
Public safety. Being able to have a drone that's connected and they're able to publish their LiveView content to multiple people simultaneously and get information. So I've had fire departments say, how expensive it is to send out a fire truck as compared to I can get a drone and have information and get that data faster for public safety. But additionally, I'm looking at it like what you're doing. You're streaming right now. If in the traditional world, you'd cut this, it'd be out, and maybe by Friday you'd have NAB information. No, now we're real. We're live, and you're on your site, and it's timely, and it's content. And with LiveView specifically, of any vendor, they have their eSIM technology with AI ability to let you switch on the fly to ensure your signal does not get crowded out. You're able to deliver your message today. So if content and timing matter, you need the LiveView 900 today.
Wow, thank you. That's a great pitch. I love it. Yeah, if anybody, if you get a chance here at the show, come by the LiveView booth, as well as you can go online and actually see the LU900 that we're talking about right now. And obviously, we're using the LIQ technology that you're bringing up in terms of the automation and things like that. And obviously, AI is a part of that.
Enter the era of Q.
That is exactly right. Into the era of Q. And tapping back just for a moment, I agree with you on the asset management. Absolutely true. There's a vast amount of data.
I wouldn't say asset management. Okay. I would say automatic indexing. Okay. Because asset management really is about tagging fields. People start an asset management system with 20 fields they want to tag.
Sure.
End of year 1, it's 7. End of year 2, it's 3.
Okay.
In year 4, you need to do a search, and it wasn't even part of the 20. Now with AI, you can just type in whatever you want to have, whatever criteria, and pull it up anywhere, anytime, and create automation to be able to publish it.
I love it. That's perfect.
One other thing I want to tell you about. I was at a vendor. I'm not going to say their name. Big partner of mine. And the pricing of basic compute technology, PCs, et cetera, have gone up a lot. They have an amazing technology, but the price is beyond the normal state of that client who was buying that product. And they were very cautious about, because of the price of RAM and compute and GPU cards, to have something that is 40% more pricey than their traditional models. And I sat back and said, innovate, disrupt, drive, and execute, and be cool.
I love it.
And with that information, all of a sudden, they got confident and said, you know what? Maybe we can. And I'm like, if you don't, you'll die.
Yeah.
So we want you to live, and we want to save you, and we don't want to have to do CPR because my certificate is expired.
Yep. No, and I think with that, I think the time is now, and I love how you're kind of hitting on a lot of the key points. We got to actually get into action and start making some decisions now on a lot of things. And the planning is a big part of that.
The traditional just-in-time market is done.
Yeah.
If you need anything, at a limit, you're at 60 days away from getting product.
Right.
And that decision right now, I had one of my large vendors say on Friday training that they are now sending in POs to a large, to Dell and PHP. They're no longer putting down a price. They're just putting down an amount. And when it gets fulfilled, they're getting it at market price. That is transformational. Our game has changed. AI is crowding out because of compute demand, and we have to really rethink how we do business.
With that, I want to say I think we're going to stop there and say thank you, because I think in this conversation, I so appreciate your time. I know you guys are extremely busy here at the show, and such are you, and having meetings and everybody else. And I think you really hit on some key points that people can follow up on. And I'm going to let the audience know there's going to be a QR code that's going to come up on screen. That QR code actually is going to, if you scan it, will link back to the Key Code Media website.
And we have over 400 videos on YouTube. They're all informational and empowering and helping you think about disruptive ways to enhance and make your business better.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Mike. Thank
John,
you so much.
Always a pleasure, man. You're awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
He's awesome.
Thank you. Hey, everybody. Thank you for your time. The next QR code you're going to see come up is going to be, that's going to actually, you can scan. We'll link back to a watch page that we've set up during the show. And throughout this week, when we're live here from NAB, we'll be on YouTube, as Mike talked about, with on their channel, where they're streaming content and things that they're developing. We're also doing the same thing here at the show with Live Anywhere, as well as we have a watch page that you can go and actually connect. So if you found this video helpful, I think Mike had some terrific feedback, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments. Please share. And with that, we're going to close this session out and talk to you in the next live spot here from NAB 2026. Goodbye for now.